big up, blood clot, Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer shared some posts on her Instagram detailing her weight loss, courtesy of Ozempic, I think. Mostly courtesy of Ozempic, I think. And it got me thinking. Number one, there seems to be a backlash from people on social when it comes to bigger, fatter, chunkier celebrities deciding to take Ozempic and lose some weight. And I also have noticed a very weird thing where the people that take Ozempic, they seem to lose a lot of fat on their body in a good way. But for some reason, the face doesn't seem to look as right. Like, why is that? In a particular image of Amy Schumer, where she's wearing a bikini, she looks slim everywhere on her body, from her thighs to her ankles to her arms, forearms, stomach, chest, shoulders, you know, collarbones are protruding and shit. She clearly looks like she's lost a lot of weight. But why does her face still look kind of chubby? Like, I don't actually know what, and I've noticed that with even DJ Academics. I wonder if that's maybe to do with drinking. Maybe that might have to do with drinking. I'm not too sure if she's sober or not, but I wonder why that is the case. I'll show you another picture actually of Tucker Carlson also. What is it with Ozempic weight loss where the body seems to look okay, but for some reason the face looks a bit mad? I wonder what it is about Ozempic in general that causes your body to lose weight in the quote unquote right way, but for some reason your face looks a bit insane. Like in these pictures, like, you know, if you cover her face, I think her body looks great in terms of how the weight's lost, but for some reason her face still looks very chubby. She's still got, or maybe that's just her way she's built, her genetics. Maybe her genetics are just predisposed to have really chubby cheeks, but she just looks like she's a lot more chubbier and fatter in the face than she looks in the body. Like even this picture in particular, look at her body. Doesn't really match her face too much, isn't it? It's really strange. But it's always been strange to me anyway. The phenomenon of women being at home alone and trying on bikinis and taking pictures of themselves in the mirror. A bikini is meant to be worn on the beach. The thought of being at home, trying on bikinis, which are kind of uncomfortable to kind of put on. Like imagine this particular one, right? All the strings and shit. It's not an easy thing to put on and off. Putting it on, putting a timer on, taking a picture of yourself, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? I've always found that very bizarre. I've never really got the first trap element of a person being at home, trying on lingerie and taking pictures of themselves in the mirror. It just seems a bit odd and seems a bit odd, weird and depressing. But one thing that's not odd and depressing is that fucking view. I think she lives in New York, right? I think Emma Schumer. I think she lives in New York, and that view is stunning. That view from her apartment is fucking stunning. I hope it's her apartment and not a hotel. But that view, wherever it is fucking phenomenal. Like, God almighty, that's what you need to talk about. The view and the space in that fucking room. Absolutely incredible. But for some reason, her face looks so fucking bizarre. Then there's another picture here of another person who took Ozempic, allegedly. Again, the Ozempic seems to be sweeping the nation. This is Tucker Carlson. I didn't expect him to take Ozempic. I never really looked at Tucker Carlson and thought of a chubby, fat person. Maybe he's got some baby fat that he could have probably lost easily with fasting or whatever. But it looks like he's taken Ozempic. And for some reason, the Ozempic has suddenly aged Tucker Carlson. Like, I think the pictures on either side are like a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember the videos, actually. And the picture in the middle is what Tucker Carlson looks like now. And yeah, let's just say he looks like he's aged somewhat. It's kind of wild how Ozempic seems to be help people to lose weight, but it also seems to drastically age people. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? The fat on the face and what it does to you. It's really interesting. On one side, you've got Tucker Carlson looking older. On another side, you've got Amy Schumer. Body-wise, she looks like she lost a lot of weight and looks in great condition and great nick. But for some reason, her face doesn't seem to match the body. Very, very odd how that works out. Then in another case with Jelly Roll, people are getting used to Jelly Roll looking really fit and looking like he lost a lot of weight, which I think has been a combination of if I'm not mistaken, Ozempic and working out. He's been working out a bunch. I've seen him running and training in the gym and shit. He looks really good. The Jelly Roll hate I kind of understand, because Jelly Roll, part of his brand was being big and fat. You know, this big, fat, lovable guy was what his brand was. Covered in tattoos, had a sketchy past, but he's trying to do right, you know? That's what people kind of have known him for and loved him for. So I can kind of understand why some of his fans would be a little bit annoyed because they, you love them because of that. I think if you're a real fan of his though, you'd be happy that he's trying to be healthy, because that means he's going to live longer. And if he lives longer, selfishly, you as a fan, you're going to get more music from him, innit? Or whatever else you enjoy from him. But I also think some of the negative reaction around how different Jelly Roll looks now mostly has to do with the lack of beard. That usually happens with men. When men usually lose weight, the first thing you want to do is show off your cheekbones and your jawline. Because when you were fat, you covered it with a beard. We all do that, right? But as soon as you lose some weight, you want to fucking shave that shit off and show your fucking cheekbones and your jawline. But I think if Jelly Roll grew a beard, he wouldn't look as crazy. I think because people online are like, oh my God, he looks so much better fat. I don't think he does look better fat. I just think people don't like that what he looks like without a beard, number one. And also don't like that he's lost a lot of weight and doesn't have a beard. But I think once he puts his beard back on, once he gets his beard back, I think he'll look back to the normal Jelly Roll that everybody knew and fucking loved, in my personal opinion. But again, it takes people a bit of time to get used to people's, weight loss shit. But weirdly enough, Jelly Roll did actually get featured in fucking Men's Health. And again, my point was proven, because on the picture, the editorial on fucking Men's Health, look at how great Jelly Roll looks when he's got a beard. Now that he's skinnier, he grew his beard out, and look how great he looks. I think that was the main problem. I think it was just the seeing him without a beard is what shook people off. Is what kind of, threw people off for the most part. So I think it looks really good here. So it's a little interview here, courtesy of Men's Health. It says how Jelly Roll lost over 150 pounds and rebuilt his life. Yeah, that sort of weight is going to take people time to get used to. Losing that kind of weight is going to take time for people to get used to it, to see it on your face. So I'm not surprised that people got a bit pissed off with it. Jelly Roll looks good. Jelly Roll looks fucking good. Jelly Roll looks fucking fantastic. He's lost a bunch of weight. It kind of goes against his name and his image prior. But I think as an artist, you always get a chance to reinvent yourself. You know what I mean? So being an artist is the greatest opportunity to do so. So the fact that he can do so now in his older age must be a fucking great thing, because he was way too big before. That's fucking crazy. Look at some of these pictures when he was 26 years old. Like, weight really does age you, innit? Because you'd never think that person on the left was 26. Weight truly does age you. You'd never think that person on the left or the right was anywhere between their 30s or 20s. Fucking crazy, innit? So big up Jelly Roll, man. Incredible to see. Big up Blood Clot Jelly Roll. Big up Blood Clot Jelly Roll. I love to see it. I love to freaking see it. Big up Blood Clot Jelly Roll.